Hi, and welcome to the 10 square metre workshop. Now, I'm always looking for more storage in my small workshop, especially if it's convenient storage. Regular viewers will know there's an area above my detailed workbench that has dual purpose. When I'm using my MFT, it opens this way and gives access to all my clamps, etc. Alternatively, when I'm using my milling machine, this slides out and gives me access to all my milling tools. The two don't conflict, I never use them both together. You might think that's it. No further use of this space is available. Well, that's not quite true. More about that after this. So, where can I find even more storage? There's always the space above it, in the roof, which is not used for anything else. One side of the unit will pivot from a convenient rafter. For the other, I made a bracket out of 18mm ply. The frame was made from 12mm and 9mm ply with a 5mm MDF backing. The pivot points were checked with a minimum of attachment, just in case it needed to be adjusted. I wanted a permanent power connection to this unit, and the best way to do that is to bring it out through the middle of the pivot. And the simplest way to do this was with a piece of brass tubing. The tube was cut to length and carefully flared to make sure there was no sharp edges. Having got the mechanism working, the next step was, of course, to paint it grey. So, does it fit and work? Down. Up. Yes, it does. Of course, I need a method of securing the unit in both the down and the up position. I could have used door bolts for this, but I preferred to print some 3D toggles. Cable run roughly in, time for the install. Drawer frames, scope, and then the drawers. The space to the left will be for things like scope leads, meters, and yes, it does all tuck out of the way. Some details of the build. The right hand side is held by a 6mm bolt, tapped directly into the timber. The slots you can see at the side are for cooling for the scope. The drawers hold those components most needed during development, so I don't have to walk out to my main store. I tidied up the toggles by fitting black inserts to cover the screws. Cable dressed and phase 1 about done. I have plans for use of the space at the sides, such as a bench power supply, but that's for another day. I now have an uncluttered work area, with everything close to hand, for those small electronic projects. But when not in use, it all falls away. While doing this project, I took the opportunity of replacing my radiant heater with a fan model. Should be a bit toastier in winter. Well, that's all for this time, from the increasingly complex 10 square metre workshop. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe. And I hope it inspired you to look for more storage space in your workshop, if it's as small as mine. See you next time.